everybody, welcome back. Tinker77 here. We are back on FoolCraft, and I'm getting some more blueberries here because I was running low on juice. I probably have blueberries in the storage thing, but I need to pick them anyway. So, to start off, I want to say a great thank you to everyone. We made my push as of right now. When I'm recording this video, I've made it to 52 subscribers. Yay! I'm kind of happy about that. I didn't never think I'd get that far. So thank you everybody who has subscribed. And also thank you for all the likes and the great comments. It's working out great, and I'm slowly getting up to speed on making these videos. So thanks again. What I want to do today is to try to work out with these, if you remember over the fluid counts, let's go see if it's working, is that it always breaks. And I've been doing some research, and it has to do with chunk loading and unloading. Yeah, see, it's stuck again. So I'm going to fix this real quick by, like I said, I break it. Didn't mean to break that one too. But anyway, I'm putting it back. And now the blocks are pulled out. That's easy to do. So this chunk loading is the problem. We want these chunks to always be loaded. So how do we do that? And I've been doing some research, and I think I found the way. So you can do this too if you like, on your world or what have you. So what we do is, the first thing is if you go to you open up your inventory, you'll see this team's GUI, okay? What you want to do first is create a team. So we're going to make this, I'm going to call it Tinker77, but I'm going to make it, can I make it out of capital? No, I can't. And I'm going to make it a red color. Now let's make it a green color. Okay, so now my team is created. So now we go in here, back to the teams, and what you got to do is you click on this, and you do team settings. Now what I want is the block interactions. I want this to be everybody, so that anybody can come over and change blocks. It's basically the way it normally is. Okay, so it's like a team. Everybody on my team can work with it, or anybody else. That way it's the same world. Now that I have a team, I can now create claiming some chunks. So if you go to the next one, which is claim chunks, right underneath the team's GUI, you can see the chunks here. Now it's kind of a weird looking map. I don't know if that's because I'm underground, but basically you can claim chunks, okay? You can see my base here. So if I claim these chunks, okay, I'm going to go one more out. So I've claimed all these chunks as being part of my team. Now, if you shift, I believe, and left click, you can mark them as being loaded, and they will remain loaded even when I'm not around, or the system is, no one's around, or I log off and no one's on the system at all. These will still be here, and they should still continue to run. Does that make any sense? Okay. So now, if I were to leave and log out, which I'll do some testing later on, but if I were to leave and log out, let's grab that berry. Yeah, so it should work. So we have our fluids here. Now see, it's telling me I've entered the wilderness. And see how I'm at? Look at the chunks that are loaded. Do you see how up on the... I can't point at the screen. Up in the mini-map, you can see where the chunks are loaded. Looks like I need to do a couple chunks out even more around to get all those loaded, because the full cow farm isn't loaded. So let's go do that here. Let's go back to here. So we're going to do 2 more out from here to here. A lot of clicky going on. But this will load our entire base up and keep it loaded. Oops. Shift left click. Oh, you can do the whole area? That's good. I'm dragging around. That didn't seem to work. Shift left click. I'm not sure. It doesn't look like it's right. Let's see if we go back into it. It already just... Okay, so you can only load a certain amount of chunks. I gotcha. Okay, anyway, the chunks that I want, let's unload some of these here. Does that load most of our thing? Yeah, I think we're okay. So that's about it for this part. Now let's move on to the next section, which is going to be going up to the Nether. I want to get some things in the Nether. I want to find another fortress and go do a little hunting. So we're going to do that next. I found another fortress, and what I'm here to do is actually kill withered skeletons. Did I get anything good from that? No. I'm looking for, I believe it's called the Drop of Evil, which is dropped by the wither skeletons, and I need these. So I'm just going to be hunting for them. That's what I'm going to do for a while. Just look around, see if I can get some. And we'll be putting that to use in just a little bit. Second kill. Looks like I got a Drop of Evil. Excellent. I'm going to hunt a little bit more, just see if I can get another one. It's a rare drop, but you never know. And I see a couple more things I can do. So, and then we're going to head back. We're back at the base. I have that Drop of Evil. I have it stored. And what we're going to use it for is part of our mob farm. I'm going to use this plot of land here, and I really want to dig down and go a little bit deeper, and then we can make the farm up. So that's what I'm going to go start doing. I'm just going to go get rid of this torch, and I'm just going to start vein mining straight down. Let's see here. Up, and apparently I got a lot of water here, which is good. It's already dug out. Let's see if I can clean some of this up. I've been hearing the water. Looks like it's right there. Do I have a block on me? No, of course not. There we go. Oh, wow, misclick. There, that'll stop it. So I'm gonna, excuse me. Wow, I'm gonna dig this out and start to make out the farm, and then we'll be back. I finished digging this out, except for a couple little blocks, but it's all dug out. What I want to do is I want to now do the walls that make them look right. So I'm gonna get the floor ready to go. So I'm gonna fill in some of these holes, and then we're going to put in the walls. I did make a way to get back. There's an elevator block right here, so I can get all the way up. The jump slingshot wasn't working as well because I would get high enough, but then I hit the wall and would bounce back down. So, yeah, that's what's going on. So I'm probably going to use the same pattern here. I know it's ugly, but at least it'll be consistent. So I'm going to start to make the bricks that I need and get down here and just start really putting this together. So it's all dug out here. Everything's dug. It's all looking nice and neat, and I put in some of the floor. So what we're going to do next is I want to make sure this is lit and controllable light, so that when we turn off the light, the mobs can spawn. So what I have here, this is my entrance, and as you know, I have made this little elevator block which will take us up, and I need to make this room better, but basically this is going to be my control room. And what I want to have is I want to have a lever inside the control room that will control redstone lamps. Okay, so I want to put a lamp. So if there's 1, 2, 3, here's a block here. I want this block right here to be a redstone lamp. Okay, right there. And the same thing all the way around. So if we do right here, see there's 3 gaps. So it's 1, 2, 3. Right here should be a redstone lamp. And what's in line with that should be right there, should be a redstone lamp. So I want to have these redstone lamps all the way around. And then from underneath, I'm going to have a redstone conduit that will run over and over into the switch. So I'm going to set that up now so we have a light switch for the floor. To show you what I've done, I have a lever here, just a standard normal vanilla lever, and I'm using redstone conduit. And when you use the conduit, if there's a redstone signal, you can see it lights up. Okay, very easy to do. So I've run that down through the floor and across and over to this first spot, and then I'm going to run a ring of the redstone all the way around. But if you can see here, it's off and it's on. So this is a way for me to control the light from inside this room, so I don't have to actually go into the mob farm. So now I'm going to hook all the rest of these up. This is pretty easy. I just go in here, stop bouncing, you put a block, and you go in and you just go dink like this, and you hook it up. And see, there you go. Little lag there. Make sure I got another block here. We'll just go all the way around, and then we'll have it all set up. That looks a lot better. No torches on the ground, it's all lit up, but if I turn off this switch, it's all spawnable. Okay, excellent. So now the next thing we're going to do is I want to make up the mechanism that pushes monsters. Now we're going to be using mob fans. And the idea is that they'll move all the monsters towards the center here. And this is where we'll have a kill area and item collection. Okay? And that should also be able to be turned off, the fans. So that's what I'm going to do next, is I'm going to start to go gather up the resources and place the fans, and then we're going to see what happens. So I put these mob fans in place where I want them to go. I want to show you how the mob fan works. This one's off right now, and it's the only one I have hooked up to a redstone circuit. So now it's on. Now, what you notice is if I'm standing right up to the block right next to it, nothing happens. But if I get right next to it, or in this line, it moves me, okay, to this block here. So it actually gives me a spacing of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See? Pushes it all the way back to here. So what I need to do is increase the range of this by at least 1, maybe 2, so we push them into here. Okay, and you also notice it only happens when I'm in that direct row. See, I can't go any further. But if I go up beside it, I can. So what I need to do is I also need to do some expansions so that it goes on to this row and this row and this row and this row. Now, fortunately, there are things that do that. The mob fan upgrade will give you +1 on each side. This is left and right. I don't need height. I'm not worried about height. This one gives you distance. You can have added distance. So I need to make these and these to get these fans correctly. The idea being that they'll push into here. So for instance, this fan, this is going pushing this way, needs a 3 modifier. 1, 2, 3 there. 1, 2, 3 there. This one being the center, since that block was already covered, only needs 1 upgrade, and this one will need 3. So 3, 1, 3 on this side, 3, 1, 3 on this side, and this one, because they're moving clear over into these rows, really only needs to have 1 on each. Okay, and then just changing the distance to make sure they push into it. So that's what I need to do. I need to go get those made. We're going to go back up. I'm going to turn that fan off. And we're going to show you how to do this pretty quick here. Okay, that's off. We'll go up. Okay. So we need about, I believe, 16 of each of the pieces. So we need 16 of this. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3. I'm not sure how to do specific amounts, so I'm just going to grab it to what I need. 14, 15, 16, and then for this one, we need 16 of these. 2, that'll add 2 distance to each of the fans. Okay. Go on down. Now each of these fans, you just go into the fan, and you have different modifiers you can do. So each of these fans, this fan I only have to have 1 of those and 2 of these, okay? And the same one over here is 1 and 2. I want to make sure I do this right and they're all in sync, 1 and 2. Okay, now the center ones over here take 1 and 2, so we'll do this one, 1 and 2. And across the way is 1 and 2. And then all the rest these take 3 and 2. And that should, once I get all the redstone wiring hooked up, get it to work right. And all the fans will work simultaneously, which is great. So now any mobs that would spawn would then be pushed into the center. And so the next thing we're going to be working on is the kill mechanisms and the item gathering mechanisms, so we can get all the stuff stored. I'm going to hook all the wiring up, get that ready and tested, and then when I come back, we'll start to talk about the killing mechanism. The killing devices will be on this ring of stone. So what I want to do is make something right above it, right up there, and it's going to be, let me get this out of the way. Okay, this device called an Absorption Hopper. Now I want to see if I can show you the recipe for this. It's kind of hard to make, but I did that and it took me some time. I mean, it's not hard, it's just, well, anyway, it's useful. Because what it does, it kind of like a vacuum chest, it'll suck up stuff around it, so I'm going to put it up here. Okay, excuse me. Now what I want to do, though, is I want to hook up some conduit to go down through the floor and over to here. There's a space where I'm going to put just some storage. So that's what we're going to do next. Excuse me. So I've got item conduits and I have ender fluid conduits, and I believe the ender fluid conduits will allow us to put XP through as well, so we can store XP. So let's put this up here first. That's not where I wanted it. Getting a little bit of lag here today. Okay. And I believe I can put this right beside it. No. I gotta figure out how to work with this from the tutorial that I was looking at. But let me figure this out. But basically, we're going to pipe anything that this receives. If you look into it, I believe it has an inventory. You can see it's picking stuff up. Okay? So that's what we're going to do. And we're going to take the stuff out of it and throw it into some storage over here. I have a drum on me for the XP, liquid XP, and the diamond chest will hold the items. So they'll be sitting over here somewhere. And this path will go all the way over. See if you can see here. It goes all the way over and up to that piece. So let me see if I can get this hooked up, and then I'll be back. I finally figured this out, and it's rather tedious. You have to use Control and right-click. So I'm going to hit on this one. And it's kind of joining together, but if you Control right-click on the other one, it makes the two pipes. Okay? So, oh, and I didn't mean to do that one. I clicked on the right, it's the wrong spot. That's what I mean. It's kind of tricky. So I'm going to go all the way over here, and we're going to go up to the devices that I have. So that's what I'm doing right now. So I'm just doing Control right-click, Control right-click, Control right-click. See what I mean? A little bit tedious. I have the chest set up. You can see it has nothing in it. I'm going to go over here. Let's go out and let's dump some things here. So I dumped a bunch of items. That would have been, what, 15 items, I think? And they go into here, and they're going down the conduit, and they should be showing up over here. There they are. Excuse me. Excellent. Now, this absorption device here, it has a range of 7, but I want to have a little bit more range just in case. So I made a bunch of these absorption radiuses, and I can do 6. So I'm going to just go full out. So if it picks up anything, it'll throw it down in there. So let's go in here. And I think that this is where you put these. So there you go. So now that is configured. It's all ready to go. Excellent. Now, the last part we want to do here is we want to get the killing mechanism set up. And that is fairly easy. Excuse me. I have these mob mashers. And I've also added on these looting on these mob mashers. Okay? So, we're going to grab those. And we're going to put them on here. Now, the mob mashers, interestingly, look cool. They look like little grinders. I think I can put them against this. Yeah. Okay. And these are extract. I'm gonna put these as always active. I'm not sure if they extract or not, but just put it like this. Always active. And they look mean. Okay. I'll make that one always active. Okay, now they have to be powered. And what I can use is I can use levers. I think I've got enough on me. If not, I have to go get some more. Excuse me. I think I have 2 here. That's not a lot. So let me go underneath and just show you what they look like when they're running here. Okay. So if I go down one more, I believe I'm getting a lot of issues here with lags. I'm going to have to I'll have to restart here in a second. And there it goes. So I'm going to basically light these up real quick here. So get some more levers and get it all working. Okay, I think we're nearly done. I put a dark, like a black stained glass up here so we can walk around and we can watch the mobs get killed, which is kind of cool. So that's one thing I made a change. Then down here, everything's hooked up. What I did is I wanted to have, if the lights are on, the fans to me should always be off so that I can walk in here. Yeah, that would be nice. Excuse me. But if I flip the switch, I want them to be reversed. So I put in basically a redstone torch, which will invert the signal so only one can be on or off. So we got one more step to do, and that is this drop of evil, which I got in the beginning of the episode. And what this does, it converts the dirt to kind of like a creep, which makes spawns happen a lot. So here we go. This is kind of cool. Excuse me. Apologize for coughing. I believe it'll spread to this area. Now, because of this is cursed earth, it will spawn like crazy when the lights go out. Okay? So let's see here. I don't have... I'm going to put... Just so I know where the door is right here, I'm going to put 2 dirt. That should seal it. And if I did everything correctly, when I flip this lever, mobs should start spawning. Their loot should be coming into the drops. Let's just do this. Wow, instantly I hear things. And the drops are coming in. Awesome. Let's go look at it from upstairs. I don't know if you can see that through the glass, but there are a lot of monsters. And as soon as they get spawned, they get pushed by the fans into the killing mechanism, which then takes their items, their drops, and shoves them into the chest. And there's also XP orbs, if you can see them coming out. I'm wondering if the XP system works. Let's see. I'm not seeing that right now, so we'll have to figure this out. But I mean, look at all the drops already from monsters. What an awesome mob farm. I changed this back to being separate. The reason why is I would like to be able to go in here, but if it turns on the lights really quick and the fan stops, some mobs might still exist. So I have a way to turn on the lights that stops mobs spawning. I want to wait for a few seconds for the fans to stop running. Okay, so that's what I did there. Now, I have the XP is coming in here. You can see it's green like XP, so I know that's working. And this thing is already filled up. It's incredible how much it filled. I mean, we've got some neat stuff here. I'm going to just grab some of these bags, and I'm going to kind of take what I've got in the system, make them down into the highest level bags, and we're going to pop those in just a second. Okay, let's wrap this episode up. I have 4 legendary loot bags. So let's see what we get with these. I compacted most of the bags that I had to get these, so these should be pretty good stuff. Let's see. Triple compressed dirt. Eh. Ooh, weapons case. Let's go see that. A poppy junk. Rotten flesh. Excuse me again. Augment flux linkage concentrator. No idea, but I think that's going to be probably pretty cool. Lava bucket. Eh. Lead. Eh. Some string. Lily pad. Gunpowder. Wow, that's just really nice for like a legendary bag. More gunpowder, a cookie, and solarium. That's not bad. And the last one, let's see if we get anything good here. A flux linkage concentrator, some fish, cobblestone, and another cookie. Well, let's pop this weapon case first edition and see what we get. This looks kind of cool looking. Let's see. Attack damage 9. Rarity, common, quality, good. I don't know. I like what I have so far, so I'm going to keep that. Anyway, I think that's about all for this episode. Let me go turn this on. We can have a little spammage while we wait. Let me down. Why is it not? Oh, there. I'm not standing on it? What? Come on. Down. I don't know what's going on here. The elevator is not elevating. Oh, I must have got disconnected. Something happened. So I guess that's it for this video. Hey, if you like it, please click the like button. If you have any comments, put them in the comment section. And of course, if you'd like to be notified of any videos I produce, please subscribe to this channel. I apologize. I just lost the connection. It was closed by the remote host. Maybe they're doing some backups or something. I don't know. So thanks for joining me. Have a great day. Bye-bye.